I made it back. Still sitting on my outdoor office chair here. Kind of want to take a quick moment to talk to you about something, which is upselling. And this is the quick, easy cash. How do you upsell? So when I was working at Office Depot, we had this thing. It was a method, I believe I mentioned this in another video, called ARC3. And it was ask 3 questions, recommend 3 products, and close and cross-sell in 3 steps. The close and cross-sell we would always get people, and it was always something people were kind of apprehensive about. This is how we did it with the perspective. When you cross-sell, you're just offering people something they already need or want, possibly, and they may not need it, and they can tell you no. But in a sense, if they did need it, they'd be happy that you asked them about it. If they didn't, guess what? They tell you no. Not a big deal. Because it's really frustrating when you buy a new printer and you think, oh, I don't have any paper at home, and I just got back from the store. I could have just picked it up while I was there. It's kind of frustrating. They're not going to go back to that same store. So you ask them before they leave the store, it's, oh, you need any paper, you need any ink, you want this, that, the other thing. Want to buy a protection plan. All of that kind of stuff. So when you're landscaping and you're out in the field, and I was just doing this today, and this is one of the reasons why it made me think of this, working with a customer talking about their beds, and they needed some major weed pullage, big time thistles. So I told her I would get her a quote for that, and we went around the property and dealing with shrub trimmings. As she was mentioning, one of the things is I'm leaving, like, do you want me to give you a quote for mulch too? Because their mulch actually looked pretty shoddy. And she's like, do you think we really need them? I'm like, yeah, probably do. I mean, some of the areas are still good, but a lot of it is really shot and washed out. She's like, okay, yeah, just give me an estimate for that too. So now it's in the forefront of her mind. She's going to get the price. If she doesn't like it, she doesn't go with it. If she does, great. I have another job to do, and I'm making more money. So that is the basic principles of upselling. Always be looking around for what else do they need beyond what they're telling you that you need. And don't get so overwhelmed that you're not listening to what they need, but ultimately go into what they do need, and then mention things that you may have noticed along the way that, hey, you could use this, and you could use that, and we could do that, and the other thing. And it's just something that may have not crossed their mind, and now they're happy because they're getting the quote, and they don't even have to mess around with calling someone else or anything else for that. So remember, it's a really quick, easy. Don't think of upselling as you're trying to sell something more to the customer that they don't want. Think of it that you're trying to tell them, you're just making a suggestion of some things that they might actually want and need from you so that you can make more money. Ultimately is what your goal is. But for them, it's they now have an easier time with their service, and they don't have to go hunt around for another landscaper, another service or something like that to do that job for them. They can go to you. So it's not as apprehensive. Think of upselling as something that is helpful to the customer, not something that's going to necessarily cost them more money. So that's my tip to you, and the perspective to take with upselling so that you can do more of it and do it more efficiently.